Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gaming with me, Tony Mo. We are back here in Destiny, and today is a glorious day. It's sort of like Christmas on Wednesday for us Guardians, because today marks the very first Armsday for Destiny's The Taken King expansion, meaning that those of you who place an order with Banshee after upping your rep, maybe several orders, can finally come pick up your custom-built weapons from the foundry of your choice. So I've actually came and grabbed my Suro scout rifle that I had ordered, something I was very excited for because I've yet to actually find a scout rifle of any sort in this game that was legendary or of high attack value. So I'm kind of glad that worked out, because I ordered it thinking I wasn't going to find anything, and I didn't. So that was very good. Now you will note that any weapon that you get from any of the foundries for Armsday is going to be 280 attack, and that's something we're actually going to talk about a little bit later on this video, the attack values, defense values of the Vanguard and Crucible weapons, and weapons from Banshee in this case. And of course also weapons from the different factions like FWC and Dead Orbit. Now I did have the ability to choose between two variants of the same scout rifle, same color, same rate of fire, attack, all of that stuff. However, it did have a different primary perk. So in this case I've gone with counterbalance. The other option was, I forget the name of the perk. Basically doing damage over time will increase your stability. I'd rather just have a weapon straight out with increased stability. We've also got perfect balance as well as oil frame for two perk options there, speed reload and reinforced barrel. So I like how we can really spec this thing out. I mean, it's going to have the stability right from the get-go, but if we would like to, we can also make it sort of a really close-range tack driver, maybe for PvP. I'm looking forward to throwing on oil frame with the counterbalance, and then throwing on something like speed reload. So this thing is just going to be insanely quick to reload. We're going to be able to snap, 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 pop off some heads, maybe make use of the hollow or the ranged combat sites once we get those actually unlocked. Now, I actually did manage to rank him up again after today, because, of course, not only do you have the ability to, you know, turn in your package for Armsday and get your sweet loot, you can also place an order for the following week if you have an order available. And at the same time, you can also grab some more field test weapons. So I've already gone through and shoot through a couple of these, because of course ranking up is what allows you to place more orders and so on and so forth. And we can take a look at his stock for this week. So we've got a Suros auto rifle. I've already gotten a Suros auto rifle I'm pretty happy with. We've got another Suros scout rifle, the same one that I actually have. An Amalon scout rifle. A Hack-A pulse rifle, as well as an Amalon sniper rifle. So I'm gonna wait on this. We've got some time to place the orders. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with that. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the sniper rifle, because I really, I think I'm kind of lacking in the sniper rifle category. I'm sitting on like a blue and not much else. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and head into orbit. We're actually gonna head out and hunt down some Hive, because I need to complete one of those prototype test weapons. I also, now that I've reached rank 3 with Banshee, I can finally make my way towards my exotic weapon from him. So we're going to have to get some kills with a primary telemetry active. So we're going to use the Hack-A auto rifle that he gave us, which is a little bit low tier, but that's okay. So let's see, Hive, let's head to the moon. And I actually want to talk, we're going to extend this discussion. You know, we can't just celebrate Armsday. I can't just make a 2-minute video. That's not my style. You guys know how I roll. I want to talk about the interesting sort of dilemma. I mean, it's not, because you kind of realize how it all works out, but all these changes that Bungie is making, right, with these expansions, with the Taken King, they're increasing the enjoyment level. They're cutting down on, unnecessary wasted player time. The time sink has been lowered. They're being more respectful of the player's time. But we have this new damage system, right? And you have the new light level system. So a lot of people really, I mean, you're always aiming for the top in an RPG, right? So everyone's pushing for as high as they can go with their light level, 300 and plus. And a lot of it is just trying to get our fire teams ready for the raid. We're just looking for 290, 288, trying to get people up in the higher range. The interesting thing, though, is that all the weapons that are available in the Crucible vendor, the Vanguard vendor, Armsday, and the faction vendors are 280, as well as all of the gear. So you have this interesting, sort of dilemma where, yes, you're using legendary marks to purchase gear, but you're no longer purchasing the gear that is going to, just instantly put you with the highest possible level. I think that was a problem in previous expansions, and Bungie has sort of sorted it out. You look at the House of Wolves, and really it was just like, alright, let me just get enough Crucible marks, let me get enough Vanguard marks, and then I'm just going to buy all the gear that I need to reach, my max sort of armor level, and then I'm just going to level those up to get the closest light level that I can. And then, you had to go out and just kind of grind over and over, and there wasn't really any sense of, like, the loot progression that is so important for a game like this. It was more so, you know, that heavy grinding of Prison of Elders or the Iron Banner just to level up that weapon. You know, that's obviously something they've done away with. We've talked about that. So now you have this phenomena where you go to a Vanguard vendor, you go to a Crucible vendor, you look for a weapon maybe, or, you know, from the FWC, Dead Orbit, New Monarchy, and you find something that you really like. You like its visual appearance, you like, you know, its style. Okay, it's Amalon, it's a scout rifle. Now, ooh, that's a really nice set of perks. And of course it's only 280, but that doesn't mean you can't order it, and then you go out, you play the game, you know, you use that in PvE, you run some heroic strikes, maybe Nightfall, you know, that's 280, and then you have that option, you know, that ability to collect, you know, blues or even other legendaries that are going to be 290 plus, and you use them to then infuse your weapon. You know, for those of you who aren't directly familiar with infusion yet, maybe you haven't played the game, come on over here and you'll see it'll cost us 3 legendary marks, but basically we'd be able to consume another weapon in that same slot. Doesn't matter what it is. I could consume a hand cannon that has a higher light level, and we're going to get a trade-off. It does seem to be sort of random. I've had times where I've gotten that exact number. I've had times where I've gotten in between. It definitely has a lot to do with how far the gap is between your current weapon's light level and the light level of the weapon that you're trying to infuse. So that is something to be aware of. But yeah, that's really what I want to talk about. I mean, it's, you know, it's a small thing, but I thought it was worth discussing. I feel like good on Bungie for that. It feels initially a little bit confusing. You know, I had some people in the fire team I'm playing with like, you know, what's the point then? I might as well just continue to get loot. Well, I think that is the point. They want people to be more aware that they can get good stuff, you know, from doing missions, from doing quest lines and bounties, and, you know, very straightforward from the Vanguard vendor and Crucible vendor. But they also want people to recognize that this is still a game where loot should be prominent. You know, there should be that RNG element. We still should have an RNGesus. He's up there. And sometimes he blesses you with the 295 blue, and you infuse the crap out of that thing, and you make your brand spanking new Hack-A auto rifle 293 from 280. You know, it's a balancing act, and I think it gives the player a reason to continue to, I guess you could say, grind, but in my opinion, just adventure and explore. There's so many quests to do in this game, it doesn't feel like a grind. I'm still just really enjoying myself. And on a side note, I mean, if you really do feel like this game is a grind, if you were one of those people who went out there and glitched the hell out of all those exotic engrams with the 3 coins, you should probably reconsider why you're playing the game, because I don't think you're playing it for the right reasons. That's all we have to talk about. I want you guys to share your Armsday weapons. Come on, I know you guys are out there. I know you're playing Destiny. We've gotten some new people recently checking out some of my my exotic reviews there. Hit me up on Twitter, post a picture. You know, I don't care, man. Throw a link down in the comment section below. You can do that kind of thing now. It will probably be caught by my spam filter, but I will push it through if you put an Imgur link of whatever weapon you got from Armsday. Maybe it was 1 weapon, maybe it was 2 weapons, maybe it was 3 weapons, maybe you're crazy like that, and they all seemed interesting to you. But please, share your weapons. Tell us a little bit of why you chose them down in the comment section below, and let us know what you're looking forward to for next week's Armsday. If you have anything else for me, as always, feel free to note down in the comment section below. And remember, it's Armsday. Celebrate like it's frickin' Christmas, or Hanukkah, or Yanukah, or whatever holiday your preferable religion celebrates.